Thank you for joining Stardust in Motion. This is Ra, and this video will be about psychic attacks. And psychic attacks are more common than what people think. They actually happen to many people. And some symptoms, and it can get worse than this, are headaches, feeling nauseous, feeling sick, sometimes feeling confused, disoriented, like feeling like you have no vision about what you want to do with your life. That could be a symptom of a psychic attack. Losing money, getting into accidents, and it can get a lot worse. There are different kinds of psychic attacks. Now, there are deliberate psychic attacks, which is what we're all familiar with, is when someone intentionally wishes you harm. And their reasons may be that they're jealous of you. They don't like you, or they just hate you, and they just want to project this harm upon you. And then there's another kind of psychic attack where you could be around someone and all of a sudden they're feeling all these kinds of emotions, and then all of a sudden you're getting the attack. And it's not intentional towards you, but you're just getting that fear or that anger or whatever it is that's going on with them. It's coming on and it's being projected onto you. And sometimes those people that are unknowingly giving you that attack are victims themselves of someone else. So they're not the original perpetrators. So this is something that, that it's very important to feel conscious of, especially after you've been with someone. Let's say you spent the whole day with them, and all of a sudden you're walking away and you're feeling all kinds of ways. Like, you could even be speaking with them on the phone. You could have spent a day or a night with them, and then you're feeling very murky, very dark, and everything just feels off, and things just start going downhill from there. As I said, some symptoms are feeling tired and feeling sick or nervous. A very strong psychic attack, and I will tell you also from my own personal experience to also back this up, they will happen in your dreams if this is a very strong psychic attack. And what happens is that your dreams become very intense, and they're nightmares, and they're very vivid and very strong, and they can leave the victim feeling, when they wake up, in pain, shivering, paralyzed in some parts of their body, maybe even having a not good tingling sensation, maybe even feeling like they've been zapped or electrocuted. That is the energy of a psychic attack. Another way that it can affect you during your dreams is that, let's say you wake up from a nightmare or a dream, and you feel this heavy weight on your chest. You're wide awake, or you're awake in some form, and then you're feeling like someone is on top of you, and you feel like you cannot move, and you feel this energy, this essence, this thing on top of you. That is a psychic attack. Another psychic attack is feeling fear. And when I say feeling fear, is like the victim of a psychic attack will be going about their days, feeling fear, feeling nervous, feeling what other people may say is paranoid. Some people may even tell the victim, hey, you're really being paranoid, nobody's watching you, and that person saying, no, I just feel like something's watching me, I don't know. Okay? What's happening is that their subconscious is aware of the attack. It's aware that it is actually fighting another entity. But the consciousness has not woken up yet. The consciousness, all it knows is that it's just feeling nervous. It's feeling paranoid or fearful. But what's happening behind the scenes, the truth is, the subconscious is in a fight with maybe another being in the spiritual realm, or another evil entity that is after the victim. Another symptom of a psychic attack is feeling nervous. And this is nervousness, anxiety, that just gets worse and worse and worse. And if there is no medical reason for the nervousness, and when the victim finally says, you know what, this is not medical, this is spiritual, in some sense, this is a psychic attack, or someone outside of them, it's important to distinguish the differences between a medical problem and a psychic attack. And once that is made, you can better handle it. But as I was saying, when those victims feel nervous, it can escalate to weight loss. It can escalate to a mental breakdown. And sometimes the victim also loses sleep, can't sleep, and when they're awake, they're absolutely tired. They're just simply exhausted from the attack that is happening to them. Psychic attacks can also be experienced outside of yourself. It can happen to things in your surroundings. If I had not followed my path, I would not have known that there were instances of psychic attacks happening in my surrounding. I would not have had any idea. An example would be, out of nowhere, seeing animal prints in the ground. Let's say you live in a snowy area. You see like hoof prints in the snow. One time I felt a negative energy around me, and I couldn't sleep. So what I did was I knew there was something there. I knew it, but I tried my best, and I said, oh my God, I know there's something there. I know there's something there. I prayed on it. And what I did was I put baby powder on the floor around where I sleep, and I just put it all over the room. When I woke up, I found hoof prints leading from my bed where I was sleeping all the way into the wall. It just disappeared behind the wall. It went through the wall. I was bugging out. I was completely like stunned. And I said, what is this? What was that? And that's when I started to delve deeper. And I found out that it's actually, unfortunately, it's not uncommon to see that. And there are different ways that you can catch it. But the first thing is to understand that there are things that are unseen that you may never see. But as long as you have that understanding inside of you that you may not, just trust your instincts, trust your feelings, and trust your gut. Another way that it could be in your surroundings are fires. Maybe a fire to your home, or a fire in your business, or someplace close to you. A fire will just start up. In this particular case, the psychic attack may not be coming from someone who is living, but it could be coming from an unseen evil force. Meaning it could come from an evil spirit, or a demon, or something of the like. So understand that it can come from different places. Psychic attacks can come from people you know. They can come from people that you've known for a very long time. They can come from people that you just met. It could even come from strangers that you probably had a run-in with. It can also come from people who just absolutely don't know you, have heard of you, and are wishing you harm. They have heard of you, they know of you, and they can do that as well. There are people who are very good at sending psychic attacks, sending their ill will, very talented. And some people who are very good at it, their energy, their willpower is strong enough to actually harm some people. and harm them for a very long time. And there are other people who send out psychic attacks, and at the same time, they will call on evil spirits, demons, whatever negative, evil entity there is out there to harm victims. They will do that. And you just don't know what people do behind closed doors. That's why it's very important to protect yourself. And just as there are people who are very good at doing very bad things, there are also people that are very good at reading people who do bad things. And so it may be some of you that are watching this video right now. Some of you you have a psychic sense. You can feel things out. I've mentioned this before in my readings. You can walk into a room, walk into a store, and feel like something is off, and something, your gut feeling, your intuition is telling you, maybe leave. I had a friend of mine, I was with her at a party. This was years ago, and she's a Pisces, and she's also, it goes hand in hand too. Many Pisces are also psychic. But she had a gut feeling, a very bad feeling. She told all of us, we got to get out of here right now. We were all having a great time. She said, get out right now. We got to go. And I'm like, what's going on? I was like, fine. I just left the party. Literally, as soon as we walk out the door, there's a shooting. We got out, and it went on. It went on for a little bit, and we were hiding. But we got out right on freaking time. It's people like that. She wasn't a trained psychic. It just happened to her naturally. And I know that some of you that are watching, these kinds of things have happened to you where you were able to call, maybe even read some people for absolutely, just completely seems illogical, but you could just read that person was off. You could just read that room for some reason didn't feel right. You walk into a room filled with people, but the energy was just off. You were protecting yourself. Your subconscious is protecting yourself from that psychic energy and from being psychically attacked. Now, for those of you who have this gift that a lot of people have also, that is dormant, you can actually work on building that and building your clairs, building even telepathy, your clairsentience, your clairvoyance, all of your clairs. You can build all of that just because you have that spark that can grow into something absolutely amazing, and you can protect yourself and protect others. There are many ways to protect yourself. And the simplest ways that I can think of is practicing positivity, praying, giving yourself positive self-affirmations for your family, for your home, for yourself, imagining that there is a bubble, a shield that is impenetrable, that you are protected, that you are guided, and that you are loved, and having full faith and belief that nothing can stop you, can hinder you from your growth, nothing can harm you, and constantly finding joy, even from laughter. You can find joy and build off of that. And another tip is finding any little thing that makes you happy and feed off of that positive energy and keep pulling. And even though negative energy just may trickle in, just go back to that thing that feels good and keep building off of it and keep finding, things that just make you feel good. It could even be a smile from a stranger. It could be from something. And just always remember to bounce back. And that positivity, that energy, you're not only strengthening your aura, you're strengthening that shield, that bubble around you and your family, and also imagining this also for your loved ones as well. So this is very important. Meditation and just having hope, faith, belief. No matter what your religion, no matter what your spirituality, there are ways to protect yourself. Understanding though that psychic attacks are real, you are able to protect yourself. People cannot go on thinking that these things that are happening sometimes are so obvious that if you know you can stop it, if you know that you can prevent it, do it. Just do it, and you'll be surprised what you find out. Thank you so much for watching, and if you actually do resonate with what I said, please like, or you can even comment and share your story about your experience or another experience you've heard about regarding psychic attacks. Thank you so much.